My name is Cameron Manchester, and I did my paper on Yosemite National Park. So, this breathtaking park was originated in 1890 with preservationist John Muir heading up its recognition and President Benjamin Harrison authorizing its stamp of approval. In 1849, the once peaceful Sierra Nevada mountain range was invaded by hundreds of miners with their minds set fully on striking it rich in gold. Unfortunately, this drove out all of the Indians, and tourists began to tear apart the Yosemite Valley. So, this began the national park procedure around this time, allowing Yellowstone National Park to be the first national park in 1872, and Yosemite Park followed not far behind as the third park to become official in 1890. Someone that had a huge impact on Yosemite becoming a national park was John Muir. So John Muir spent a long time working in Yosemite's valleys as a sheep farmer, and he began to write several articles for the New York Tribune, specializing in information and opinions on how to preserve nature. And his claims were made known to the editor of what was Century magazine, and the editor saw the damage that was being done and helped to give Yosemite its national park title. So, over the past several years, the number of visitors has grown from simply 5,414 individuals in the year of 1906 to an incredible 4,336,890 individuals in just 2017 alone. The operating budget for 2017 alone was $27 million. There are 214 miles of paved roads and 800 miles worth of trails that wind around what is a 748,436 acres of land and 704,624 acres of wilderness. Two things that Yosemite is known for is Half Dome and the Fire Falls, along with other incredible attractions such as El Capitan and Yosemite Falls. But the two that I want to focus on are these. So the first one is Half Dome. Half Dome was first successfully climbed by George Anderson in 1875. Half Dome stretches almost 5,000 feet above the floor of Yosemite and about almost 9,000 feet above sea level. It's about a 14 to 16 mile hike round trip. You gain a total of almost 5,000 feet in elevation. It takes about 10 to 12 hours to finish, and that is for hikers that are in good shape. Also, what Half Dome is known for is the very end of the hike, the final 400 feet, there are cables in place, and it has resulted in a few deaths, so hikers have to be very careful when reaching the top. And the second thing are the Fire Falls. So this was really interesting to learn about. So in 1872, a man by the name of James Macaulay, he owned a hotel that was near the edge of Glacier Point, and it's about 3,200 feet above the Yosemite Valley. At night, he would just kick the embers off the sides, but other visitors who were down on the ground in the valley would see the embers fall and say that it looked like falling fire. And so they would ask to see more of that. So Macaulay began creating larger fires so that more embers would be tossed over the side, making this kind of a tradition where just these huge embers would fall over the side and everyone would see them and call them the Fire Falls. Unfortunately, in 1968, a man by the name of George Herzog made the executive decision to end the Fire Falls because it was, as it's quoted, more appropriate for Disneyland than for a national park, which is a disappointment because that would have been incredible to see. Anyways, that was my presentation on the paper that I wrote, Half Dome, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks!